we had to make choices. You know, that was the thing, because I knew that we had maybe 3 days, right? After 3 days, mold and rust were going to take over. So we had to, you know, it was triage. It was, you know, who's the most critical patient? Who's, you know, where are you going to go? And some things you say, we're not going to get to that. Sorry, but toss it out. So I had bundles of upholstery leather that I just had to give up on. And, you know, hundreds of dollars worth of leather, and no, we're not going to, that's not salvageable. Toss it. You know, bins full of hardware on lower shelves that were filled up. And it's little thing. There's no way we're going to be able to spread that all out and draw, you know, sorry, no, all that hardware, hinges and you know, screws and fasteners and all that kind of stuff, that all got tossed. And, you know, the machinery, the tools, for the most part, we were able to get all that stuff taken care of. The big power machinery, the motors on most of those are down near the floor. So almost all those electric motors were underwater. Most of them are pretty tough. I've got three-phase power here. Three-phase motors are very simple and efficient. There's not a lot of little stuff in there. If you can get the water out of them, you know, you're probably okay. One advantage we had is that we weren't underwater for a long period of time. It was a matter of hours, you know, 12 hours or so, and it was down. So the worst problem was what was going to hold in there. So an electric motor is actually kind of an enclosed space. So if you know, just think, well, the water's down, it's going to be okay. No, you have to physically get the water out from the inside of the motor. One of the shocking things was my big sander over here has a 25 horsepower motor in it, and 2 years after the flood, the motor started to go on it. And slowly it was just kind of like, it didn't have the power anymore. I couldn't figure out what was up. So opened the machine, pulled the motor out, carried it out to my truck, you know, brought it to the motor shop, and as we're taking it out of the truck, it tipped sideways, and water poured out, rusty, ugly water poured out from inside this motor 2 years later. You know, and then I had to buy a new $400 motor, you know.